Hello everybody! Happy Monday! I'm Epiphany and this is my video blog this day, April 18th, 2011. And where I'm at today is rather amused and annoyed at the same time. For the zillionth time today, a person came up to me, and before I could even answer their query, "Can I touch your hair?" Their hands are already in my hair. Now, here's the thing. I don't mind people asking me, but if your hands are already in my hair before I can even say no or yes, then we got a problem. Now, I understand some people's curiosity gets the best of them in these moments, but there's something to be said about home training, right? Okay, so that being said, I've been on this napptural journey for over 20 years. The locks that I have on my head currently I've had for 13 years. Prior to that, I had 2 different sets of locks, and quite frankly, I just wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to commit to it. I think as women, we align a lot of our value with our hair, and I think that we are very influenced by the media and what's the coolest, cutest, newest look or whatever. And I think when you decide to lock your hair, you must be prepared for the stages, the journeys, the ups, the downs, and it is a journey. There's, several stages of lockdom. There's the baby stage, and when they're just sprouting up and everything, and the teenage stage when they're sort of doing whatever they want and not being mindful of their mama, and then the adult stage, which of course that's where I've been for a long time. And let me just give a big shout out to nappturality.com, which was founded and run by the deliciously delightful Dee Coyley. I love her dearly. I've been part of that community for a long time, and I encourage people to join that community. Whether it's regarding hair, you'll get a lot of tips and things if you're trying to transition to going natural. And there's a gang of forums, music, books, politics, all kind of things. I've met some great people there, and we've had gatherings and things like that. Traded products is pretty cool. I really like that. So the journey to being natural is easier for some than others. There's what's commonly referred to as the big chop, and that refers to those who are relaxed and just want to cut it all off and start their journey. That's not always the path for some people, and they need help transitioning in different kinds of ways. You'll find all these sort of tips at Nappturality, but some people choose to braid it with extensions or weave it or whatever until it grows to a length that is acceptable to them. I encourage my sisters to go natural, although I don't I don't judge those who don't. I really don't care that much about what other people do, to be frank, but I'm happy to help those who are trying to go the natural way. There's a lot of information that is out there about how harmful chemicals are to our bodies, and it's up to us as human beings to choose what you want to do with your body, right? So I'm here to serve as far as this is concerned. I really like to help people go natural, and I think that you will never ever feel so emancipated. It is such freedom, y'all. I can't even tell you. So, and along with the 10 most stupid questions I get asked on a pretty regular basis, which I'll get to in another blog because this one is kind of running long now. I just wanted to perhaps just give you some of the way I deal with this mop of mine. I twist my hair about every 2 weeks. I only twist my roots because obviously this is all locked, right? I don't really need to deal with that. I only use things that are clear in my hair. That means if it's a cream conditioner, if it's a cream shampoo, if I can't see through it, I'm not putting it in my hair. And the reason why, through lots and lots and lots of tribulations over the last 13 years, I've learned that it creates buildup. And when we have locked hair, we can't just get stuff out of our hair as easily as a person with loose hair. So I've come across some products that are pretty much the holy grail at Epiphany land. One of them I'm out of, so I can't share with you, but I will tell you it is a product called Brown Sugar Pomade, and it is made by a company called Oyin, O-Y-I-N, handmade.com. And a friend of mine owns that company, and they are dope. And one of the products I use there, let's go backwards. When I do twist, I use one of two things: organic root stimulator lock and twist gel. Now, when you look at it, it looks creamy, but it's not. When you put it on, it's transparent, and it really has nothing funky in it. Read the labels, y'all. You'll be surprised what's in stuff. I use that, and on occasion, I also use the delicious Carol's Daughter Lock Butter, and it is like heaven in a jar. It smells like honey and oranges. I really like that. And a couple of other things I do use. Speaking of Oyin, is a leave-in conditioner I use called Frank Juice. And there's Greg Juice, and then she came out with Frank Juice because it smells like frankincense. And it is a lovely light spray-in leave-in conditioner that I really dig. And gotta oil that scalp. You know, I'm not opposed to that. Black folks, we gotta oil our scalp. So Talia Walad, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. Forgive me if I say it wrong. But she makes something called the Strengthener, and it is a really lightweight pomade that I oil my scalp with. Not too much, because I have pretty fine hair and I don't want stuff weighing it down. And speaking of leave-in conditioners, Carol's Daughter makes one called Twee leave-in conditioner. I love the Twee line. It's really yummy, yummy, yummy. It's very hydrating. And there is also the Twee hair oil. So it's just the oil, and you can put it in and then do your thing from root to tip. But the leave-in is pretty cool. So those are like the holy grail products that I use. And I use Suave shampoo, y'all. Like green apple, cherry blossom, pomegranate, whatever. It's clear. And I don't use a conditioner because I have this stuff. And I don't use blow dryers. I don't put heat in my hair. And it takes, as a result, about 2 days to dry. So I use one of those, what are they called? Turbo twists. They're really dorky. But they're like a head wrap towel thingy that you put all your hair in and bundle it up, and it soaks up all the water. And there's another thing that I like. It's called a dread sock. You kind of look like Dopey. I don't have it right here, but when I twist my hair, I put that on, tuck all my hair up inside of it, and you know, it stays like nice and neat. But you could use a stocking cap too. Y'all know the trick. Take some pantyhose, cut it tight and knot, put it on, you're good to go, right? You don't have to spend a lot of money when you're natural. I have these things. I think this is about $8. This is about $12. It's about $3, $5, $8. You know, it's all about $10 or so. It doesn't cost a lot, and you don't need a lot. When you lock, less is more. You don't need to put, and let me just say this, I don't use all these things in the same time. You know, I probably use one or the other, but I like choices. And I'm very smell sensitive, so I like things that smell good. Another last thing I want to talk about is something called an ACV rinse, an apple cider vinegar rinse. And now and again, when you have buildup in your locks, it's a wise idea to do a rinse with apple cider vinegar. I can't talk today. It's really helpful, and it gets in there. You shampoo your hair, then you do this rinse, this part water and apple cider vinegar, and put it in, let it, you know, soak in while you're bathing and showering and whatnot. Rinse it out, get on with your life. I've had moments where I've lost a lot, or when I used to cut my locks. If I had not cut my locks, my hair would probably be to my knees now. I used to cut the back. Wasn't ready for long hair. I haven't cut my hair in about 7 years. But when I did, I was astounded at what was inside that lock. Ah, God help me, Jesus. At that moment, I decided I was going to be more mindful about what I put in my hair. So, that being said, that's pretty much my little spiel, because a lot of people ask me a lot of questions. People Facebook me, email me, text message me, and ask me a lot of questions about my hair. And so I'm happy to answer them, but I promise you, you'll get more info at nappturality.com. But again, I am happy to answer them. So that's pretty much it about the hair thing. And for those of you who are wondering how come I don't do like lock hairdos and stuff, it's just too much trouble for me now because I have too much hair and it gets on my nerves, and I used to set it or rod set it or spiral set it. I've even used what do you call, pipe cleaners and all kind of things just to get a different look. Now if I want a different look, I'll just wash it and braid it or cornrow it, and it'll come out crinkly and it'll last for a few days. There's a cool product called Crinkles and Curls, and it's all organic and it's made specifically for locks. So you know, you do have options for hairstyles if you're trying to do that. Me, I'm pretty happy just having my little Cousin It mop look, right? So, and I do kind of look like Cousin It, don't I? I know my kids at school always say, Epiphany, your hair is in your face. I'm like, child, my hair is always in my face. I'm so used to it. So, that's about it. I encourage you all to emancipate yourself. You don't have to lock, but, you know, I pray that everybody finds their path and their way, and, you know, natural feels good. It's good to be natural. Speech said it best, didn't he? Big up to Arrested Development for that track. Natural. All right. Be well.